Hi guys, welcome back. We're CBR MTG, back again with some videos. We have Pete Ferman on Dead Guy Ale and Andrew Ball on Turbo Depths. Now, Andrew is definitely loving this Turbo Depths. In fact, he's opted into whiteboarding his whole deck.
So we are very sorry for that.
Look, I'd prefer proxies, in fact, on footage.
I just want to,
Why?
throw it in the bin.
It's the thing. It's
doing its job. It's tilting.
True.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
doing what it's supposed to do.
It's something about the combo deck players, including myself, and the combo deck. So you just have to find out a way to just make them as tilting as possible. Like, you lose turn 2. You also lost to a bunch of whiteboarder cards. So, yeah.
Check out this whiteboarded Dark Depths. Look at that.
Oh my god.
As we say it.
All right. Well, and Pete Ferman opting to bring in a very fair deck. Now, this is slightly, I don't know, less fair? It depends on how you determine it. Dead Guy Ale being very similar to Death and Taxes. A lot of the business pieces with Thalia and Swords to Plowshares and stuff like that. But I think trying to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more disruptive, and bringing in Tidehole Sculler and... is that how you say it?
Yeah.
And Thoughtseize, Hymn to Torok, Liliana the Veil, really just trying to make those answers as versatile as absolutely possible. Now,
Plus, you get to play a deck called Dead Guy Ale, which is
so cool. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
That's how I judge most of my deck choices. And holding up the Wasteland, which is pretty good when you're against a Depths deck.
Yeah.
Just taunt him with it.
Because Dark Depths is the legendary, like, he's not going to try to go with some redundancy and play another Dark Depths. So Pete can kind of just sit on this Wasteland for a little while and just represent.
Yep.
You know, Andrew's not in a huge rush to activate that Thespian stage. Especially not now that he's got 2 less cards. One being a crop rotation.
One being the other one not of this world.
2 very important cards for
Very
this
good
matchup.
cards.
Yep.
Yeah. Now,
especially against the player who's got Swords to Plowshares in his deck.
Absolutely.
That is
It's in his
quite a
hand, I
beating.
think, as well.
Mm.
Yeah. But
Now-
just being proactive, getting rid of that depth straight away.
I wonder...
Now this is interesting. An overgrown tomb in Legacy.
Whiteboarded.
Yeah.
To be fair, he is a Modern player, and I think some of his cards did come from Modern. So I think the plan is to put your opponent on even further tilt, not even bothering to play that Bayou, just going straight for that Overgrown Tomb. What does he care if he loses 2 damage?
Yeah.
He's bringing in a 20-20.
Even in a proxy playtest card tournament, you just... Why not just proxy up some values? I don't know. But, yeah, fine.
Take the 2.
I guess you don't mind. You don't really mind about the 2 damage, really.
Play it untapped and don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
That's the tech.
Yeah.
And we're seeing like a bizarre art of Duress. I'm not sure if this one's actually naturally whiteboarded, but I haven't seen this art before. But through speaking to Andrew before and possibly just seeing a couple of Turbo Depths matches in my time, I don't think they play anything besides Duress. Do they even play a Thoughtseize? They might play a couple.
They might do.
I think
I
they...
haven't really seen them.
Yeah.
I think Duress just hits all the things you want it to anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You're being reactive in your proactive disruption, just only taking the things that matter, not trying to get rid of any of his card draws.
And Peter's hand, Deluge, Bob, Thalia, Lily.
Yep.
All cards that don't really do much against a 2020.
Yeah, Lily almost good enough, but I don't think Andrew's
Turn
going to
too
let
late.
him... Yeah, exactly. I don't think Andrew's going to let him get to that turn where he has the opportunity.
Well, being able to make Marit Large at instant speed gets around Lily's.
It does force him to do it
Yeah.
at the end of Pete's turn, though.
Yeah,
And the Thalia pretty impactful if you want to cast any tutors for lands.
Is there any benefit of playing the Turbo Depths at the end of turn? Like, as opposed, obviously you get the haste bit, but like, is there any sort of line where he can force him to do it at the end of his turn by threatening Liliana? Is actually impactful? Because sometimes they do activate it. They do activate it at in their main phase sometimes. I'm just trying to think of like the best time to do that.
Like if you could hold up a Wasteland and then force him to make it, but at that point, if you have a Lily down, well, even if if you have it in your hand, he knows you have it.
Yeah.
So you probably just wouldn't make it at that point.
I think the only line that I can think of is if you have Rite of Passage in your hand, and this is a sideboard card from the Turbo Depths, almost as a staple, and it's a Rite of Passage. I can't remember exactly. It's a 1 and a black, or maybe it's 1 black, and it's a sorcery speed fling and in black. So you make it in your main phase, and then they once the Marit Lage is on there, they don't get priority again until you cast another spell, obviously, as the rules of Magic dictate. But once you play the Rite of Passage...
it's not Rite of Passage.
Maybe
Rite of Passage is 2 and a green. Put a... whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, put a 1/1 counter on it.
Alright.
I don't know what you're thinking of. But
well, it's definitely a card.
Sounds like a card.
Yeah, it's an on-color fling, which I think is probably the most important thing. Now, we see Pithing Needle coming down, possibly just naming Lily at this point.
Yep.
Not anything. Oh, he might actually be a little bit proactive and name Wasteland. Now, I know Turbo Depths play Pithing Needle mainboard just against the just to protect against Wasteland, which is like such a huge threat. So you may as well play some Pithing Needles. But the good thing about it is that oh, here we go. Sorry,
Rite of Consumption is
Rite of Consumption is the card. So
it's a black fling.
1 and black sorcery speed at an additional cost to play Rite of Consumption, sacrifice a creature. Rite of Consumption deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature power to target player. You gain life equal to damage dealt this way.
It's a black fling with life drain.
Yeah, so you get a little bit of drain as well. Not that it's like hugely impactful to be on 40 while your opponent's on 0, but look, good. It's in color. You don't have to splash red for it, which is good. Okay, we see Pete just sort of coming in for the beats at this point.
Yeah, might as well.
Yep.
You're ahead.
Yeah.
You're on board. You're on cards.
I think without... Actually, Peter might be a little bit more resilient in this matchup than maybe a blue control. That's a good card.
That's a good card to flip. Yeah.
Yo.
It's almost worth it at this point to double bob. Do you guys rate that line?
To lose 1 life there.
It's fine. As long as you play it, as long as your opponent doesn't know, then that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Not the case, my friends. Not the case.
So that was swords or bust for Pete. Because
I think so.
Andrew is threatening to make Marit Lage at end of turn, instant speed.
And then coming from the...
flipping that swords to plowshare was crucial.
Yep. That's how you win.
And that's sick that he can just show him that swords as well. Like, just make Andrew scared.
He's doing it now anyway.
I think we might see...
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Just immediately
get that out of here.
He must have a backup plan in hand. Like, just to do it so quickly is just also gaining 20 life is like not bad. Yeah.
Well, we know the only other card in his hand is the step.
Oh, of course.
So yeah,
not huge.
Well, it's probably his only out. Really, he's dead on.
Oh wait,
otherwise.
Hold on a minute. Could he have done it main phase now? Stepped, played step. Oh no, you play the Marit Lage first. No, you get the Marit Lage, and then you play the step, and he doesn't get priority until whenever you cast your next spell. So
yeah, but he can do it in response to the cast. Right?
Yeah, I think
the cast of what? Step is a is a land.
But it's also got an ETB, so it targets.
Yeah, you can do it in response to
okay, all right. Well, that makes sense. Then.
Yep.
Okie dokie. We know all about Magic, and the good thing about this is that Pete's now gonna draw a bunch of cards. He's really got to make this clock matter, and I think he's definitely planning on it. Here we go.
Well, I don't think he's gonna be flipping anything huge, and with a lifelink as well. His little man land.
Yeah, I think Pete opting not to activate the lifelink ability this time, but
it's probably making up for all the life he didn't lose from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're on to you, Pete. Don't you dare even out the game. Now we see Lingering Souls possibly being hugely influential now. Yeah, I think it might be pretty hard for Andrew to come
4 idiots
back.
to block the Marit Lage if Andrew's able to assemble the combo.
Yeah.
So
do you guys rate putting Liliana on field at this point? Like, he can definitely get the tempo down after that, but like he's also missing out on this his man land on the battlefield.
Well, like, he's got a Thoughtseize in hand. Like, I don't really... He probably doesn't see the point of playing Lily. Like he's ahead on cards.
I'm pretty sure Andrew named Liliana with the Pithing Needle.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay, sure. Well, if he did that, then that's definitely fine.
No point throwing it out there.
Yeah.
So what did he reveal off the 2 Bob triggers? We had a Jit and
Duress.
And a Duress. Okay.
His own Duress being the one I think favored by a lot of Storm players that I've seen with the man looking into the thing, the egg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The old school
thing.
Urza's art.
Yeah.
Very pretty art.
Very pretty.
I prefer the one with the elf. The dress. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. You like the elves getting in duress?
It's true.
That's really sad, man.
No, wait, I don't like that.
Wait a minute. All right, so we're seeing a Pithing Needle. Okay. Ooh, do we name Shambling Vent here? That's so good.
We might do.
I think that's pretty.
I feel like it's pretty good, especially if he's losing life. He loses his 1 lifelinker.
Yeah.
Oh
man, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. All right.
I mean, Battle Skull can just regain you that life.
He's going to get that life back, so I think that's pretty good for Pete.
I think. Oh, he has the mana to cast it.
Yeah, just get it down.
Yeah, I think
as long as he doesn't flip anything big with Bob, it's kind of.
I think at this point we just slam Batterskull down as hard as we possibly can. Because you're in the position, you may as well. You even. Okay.
Nope.
I mean, you may as well, right?
Gets it next turn.
You're 1 turn behind if you do that.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have enough mana to play it, equip it to something that can attack and then attack and gain life. So this does the same thing for him, basically.
Sure.
He still has to last another turn around it.
Well, no, because he has to wait for his Stoneforge Mystic to not have.
Well, no, I mean, because he doesn't have enough mana to play the skull, hardcast the skull and then attach it to something that can swing.
Yeah, but.
So either way, it's going to be next turn anyway.
Well, yeah, but if you do it with the Stoneforge Mystic, you have to wait until the next turn.
Yeah, but then you have enough mana to equip
and then
something.
the turn after. Okay, sure. You
lay it down and then equip
what's
something.
wrong with the germ? What's wrong with my 4/4 germ?
Doesn't have haste.
I think, seems reasonable. Look, being able to perhaps cast. I think what he's really thinking of is getting that Sword of Fire and Ice and the Batterskull down, or the Jit. Just trying to
Just get greedy.
Just get nice and greedy.
Okay.
That's fine. Whatever.
I think. I almost side out Duress against Turbo Depths. It's fine in the early games, but it's such a dead card late game because if he has a thing, he's casting it.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that he's got so many lands that are so good.
A 3rd Pithing Needle for Andrew.
What's the next one to name?
Wasteland, I suppose.
No, Bloodstained Mire. Just do it. Just do it. I think. He play that Lingering Souls. I see it in the bin, but I don't see any. Goons.
No.
All right. Well, he could have just opted to put it in the graveyard without casting it.
Did he get to 8 cards in hand?
Yeah. Andrew
that could
hoping
be it.
that Pete's Bobs would kill him,
Yeah.
but not the case. Sorry, Andrew.
And game 2. And
Okay. Yeah.
what do you think? We don't know the lists.
It's hard to say for sure, but we know that Andrew really still keeping up that swords. Still being aware of swords that he wants to make sure that he's doing. I see he's looking at that Rite of Consumption.
So Pete just brought forward 3 surgical extractions, a Pithing Needle, and
Will brought in a Council Judgment.
Yeah.
I don't know if is that too slow?
Yeah, especially being at sorcery speed.
Yeah. Well, sorcery speed, 3 mana. I feel like you wouldn't really bring it in, really.
And depending on how, Andrew and Pete are quite good friends, so it's weird to think that you wouldn't be aware that
They haven't tested.
Well, no. With a Swords to Plowshares matchup, you want those Rite of Consumption so that you don't have to pass him priority before you can kill him.
Yeah.
So, as we mentioned before, with the Rite of Consumption, he won't get priority until the Rite of Consumption has been cast, and that's just too late. So good against swords because he doesn't have to. Yeah, he doesn't have to get his.
So it's technical difficulties.
Having some animal-related issues. But that's okay. Now, I actually can't think of anything else he'd want to bring in. It looks like Andrew's sort of downplaying those duresses of his own, thinking that it might just not be enough.
I don't think it's
so many creatures, like
even the Thoughtseizes maybe probably take him out.
You see Pete sliding a Thoughtseize down on the table. See what he brings
you can
in.
Force them to make the 2020 and then lay down a Lily.
Yep.
That's okay.
Yep, as we mentioned before.
So you probably
forcing him to do it in. Yeah. It's just so unlikely that he's going to pass the turn with a 2020 on board, not killing him.
Well, no. I mean, like, if you could, try and wasteland them and force them to make it.
Okay.
Like, and then lay down the Lily. If you have the mana, that is.
I mean, it's definitely a sick plan.
When you have a deck with 4 swords in it, it's pretty good.
Pretty relevant, for sure. I think we're going to see Andrew maybe bringing in his 4th Pithing Needle to finish out the playset. It's a pretty good rule that if you see wastelands, you bring in that extra needle.
Yeah.
Like, because that's just what it's in for.
Turn 1, slam that needle on wasteland.
Yeah, get him with the sweet beats. Let me see Pete. All right, thank you, Peter. We see Toxic Deluge, a Sword of Fire and Ice, and I think a Tidehollow Sculler. I think Sword's probably just not impactful enough, you know? Like, he wants to...
Some surgicals, yeah.
Councils, I'm not a huge fan of Councils, sorry,
no,
Pete.
It's too slow, I think.
Maybe he can get rid of a Pithing Needle. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we'll see if it pays off for him, but I think as a one-off, it's possibly okay.
Like, again... Like,
it's less of a dead card than that Liliana of the Veil was last game, so...
Yeah,
you know.
True. You do get to at least cast it.
I hope Andrew's not thinking of bringing out that Sylvan Library. Alright, well... There's Duress, Exploration
Sylvan
into the
Library,
north, and Sylvan Library. I really like Sylvan Library.
Sylvan Library seems good for him.
He possibly just be trying to go faster.
Especially when he was very far behind on cards the last game.
Rite of Consumption, two Rite of Consumptions, 2 Toxic Deluge.
Yep. Rite of Consumption.
I do like Sylvan Library in this matchup. Just the grindfest that this could turn into. Sylvan Library is just,
Especially when his hand was 2 non-impactful lands at the end of the last game.
I think, it's definitely possible that Andrew is just wanting to be the faster deck. He brought out Duresses. Like, he's just going to try and get that Rite of Consumption line where you just make the 2020 as quickly as possible, not let Pete have priority before just flinging it right into his face.
Just throwing a big 2020.
Yeah, that's it. It's so disrespectful to the Marilage as well, you know. You finally thaw him out. You make the stage just set up their shop so well that they accidentally turn into a giant 2020 flying monster, and then you throw it.
Fling it.
You just throw it. So rude.
And he gets gain life.
Yeah, that's true. So, Andrew definitely playing into that disrespectful aesthetic with the white borders and the Rite of Consumptions.
Do you white border his Merit Large token? I don't know if he
did. He didn't.
Come on, Andrew.
All right. We'll get on to them about
I guess
that.
you'd silver border. It's foil, isn't it? Oh, who would silver border a card?
Did you see he white bordered his Bayou?
Oh, did he?
Oh my god, that white border Bayou. Oh my god.
He went all that effort of buying an alpha Bayou and then white
Just
bordered it.
white borders it.
Why does he... I think Pete has 8 cards in hand, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, that's 7. Alright, he drew a bunch of cards and then he drew one more.
I see a Karakas in Pete's hand.
see
Very
Karakas
good.
as
Pretty
well.
good. I think you keep that.
He almost goes like Karakas, Pithing Needle, and then like turn 2...
Bob, maybe?
You probably... I think after turn 2 you want to keep that Karakas just up.
Very true.
Yeah, I think Karakas Pithing Needle is probably the best play.
How quickly can we make a Marilage?
Well, with Elvish
2,
Spirit
3?
Guide, and Lotus Petal, it's not out of the realms of possibility. Like I think the best sequence of events is Urborg, Dark Depths, then playing Vampire Hexmage.
Sure.
So just in.
That's turn 2.
Yeah,
and
basically. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. I think Andrew.
Oh wow! 3 Pithing Needles, a Dark
Oof.
Depths, an Urborg, and a
Shut
mystery
that
card.
away.
Keep
No,
it.
okay.
Keep it.
That's real good.
Nah.
I like
Pithing
it.
Needle every time. All right.
Pithing Needle's an out to Karakas.
I
so
definitely keep this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I wonder what he's gonna name.
You'd name Wasteland in the blind, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems very reasonable, especially with that awful hand that he kept.
Yeah, you got to keep that Urborg alive.
Now, Pete's in a funny situation right now because he might not want to play the Karakas straight away just because
Yeah, and he's not.
he doesn't want him to name it with the next one.
I
All
think
right,
it's
here we
good.
go.
Okay.
Yep. It's his,
You know, it's your choice of Pithing Needle and Pithing Needle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's going to take the Pithing Needle.
Ooh,
I
good
think
call.
he takes the other Pithing.
All right.
So
Yeah.
now that Crux is probably definitely not coming down now.
I think Andrew's just going to play that Pithing Needle as quickly as possible.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Why do you do this right off the top?
Oh, I bet he named Stage.
He does have the Karakas though, so he might just
Yeah, but
If
Andrew
he-
has that Pithing Needle and Pete knows it.
yeah.
Oh,
So awkward for him.
Yeah.
he needed another discard spell, but I think he sided out a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does-
what do you do now?
What
Yeah.
a sequence of events.
Wait, does Andrew know that he has Karakas in hand?
He doesn't know he has Karakas, but Pete knows that Andrew has another Pithing Needle.
Yeah, sure.
So you
okay.
play Karakas, pass,
Yeah.
and he goes Pithing Needle, name Karakas, make a
So
dark
we
deck.
just, I think we're just
Well,
going
I
to
guess
see
it does force him to wait a turn.
who does the thing first. Yeah, but if Andrew doesn't know that he has the Karakas, he just makes it.
No,
Actually, it's probably just
no,
better to
because he
hold it
can't
upright.
make it because he has to do it in his turn. Otherwise, it just gets bounced by Karakas.
No, I'm saying it's Peter's turn now.
Yeah.
So he.
Pete plays Karakas.
Yeah.
If he makes it in his turn, it gets bounced.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking that Pete might want to hold up the Karakas for a little bit longer, but he probably
He
just
doesn't have any time. He
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
his last turn if he doesn't play it.
But if he waits one more turn, oh yeah,
He has
sure.
to. He has to. Like
Just by playing the Karakas now, it does set
It
Andrew
gets him
back
one
a
more
turn.
turn.
Yeah.
To rip that towards the plowshares or something like that.
because he has to play
Yeah.
the Pithing Needle, and then he probably waits till the end of Pete's next turn. to make
Okay,
it.
sure, yeah. It's very unfortunate.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it
just...
doesn't even want the extra draw.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
He's up a game. He doesn't care. I think he's trying to see the line, but like,
Maybe he didn't want him to know he had Karakas.
I think he
don't
definitely
know.
like flipped his hand over. So
Oh,
it's hard to
yeah.
say.
He showed his hand.
Look, I think Pete's looking into the future and saying, look, I'll put my Karakas down so I don't lose this turn. You'll play that Pithing Needle that I know you have and name Karakas. I have one draw. And it needs to be a swords. Needs to be a swords.
Well, you know, it could have been.
Yeah.
A swords. It's
That's
definitely
true.
a swords.
Could've
I'm
been
gonna
a-
call it definitely a swords partials.
Alright, well.
It could have been that council's judgment.
Uh,
He's-
That would have actually got merit large.
Yeah, that's hilarious. The Council Judgment would have done its work on that Pithing Needle. So, also, yeah, I mean, he's got some serious self-control to not even look at the top card of his library before he concedes.
well, when you lose, just never look at the top.
Never look, yeah.
It's
Don't be
it's always the
results-based.
card that you want.
Yeah.
What could have been.
Yeah.
And we definitely know that these two have tested a lot against each other. So I think Pete's looking so far into the future and seeing his likelihood of drawing one of the 4 cards he needs and just going, maybe not.
Yeah.
We're seeing a slight sideboard change from
Ooh.
Andrew here. I wonder,
3 cards.
is it 3 cards? Oh, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
Okay.
He's gonna side out all his dark depths.
Side out all the dark depths. Oh my god. You really need to be careful with this combo because you can't put a dark depths in the graveyard at all. Like you need it. The time you put dark depths in the graveyard is the time that you
Get surgicaled.
get surgicaled. Yeah, exactly. And like you don't have any other win cons. I mean, sorry, you have an Elvish Spirit Guide
Yes.
and you have
Hexmage?
Vampire Hexmage.
Yeah, swing down.
Yeah, dude. Oh
Get
my
him.
god. So good. So good. But yeah, he needs to be so careful. He needs to make sure that the first Merit Large he makes is the last one he makes.
We got
So he
Thoughtseize
took
and
out
Needle.
an Into the North, Thoughtseize, and a Pithing Needle, bringing in 3 Abrupt Decays.
Probably seeing those Pithing Needles on Pete's side.
Yep.
That's
Seems
That's pretty gross, man.
overprotective,
Yeah.
Because
So
that
now-
Pithing Needle on Andrew's side did work
Yeah.
for him. So,
But I think we discussed before, and the first time they sideboarded it, Andrew's just going to try and be the aggressor. He's going to try and go as fast as he possibly can.
Yep.
Just do it before Pete can even do anything. Now he's gone for the
Well, he's on the
more
draw now
resilient
as well.
plan. Okay, definitely something to keep in mind.
Yeah. And plus, like, he knows he has Pithing Needles now, so the 4th Pithing Needle is probably not needed if you can fit an Abrupt Decay.
Yeah, it's actually pretty reasonable if you're on the draw to bring in the Abrupt Decays, considering like a turn 1 Pithing Needle is like definitely a line that would just like stuff your game up. I see
So swords
and
a
a
Karakas.
Karakas.
That's very good.
That's a snap keep.
Thalia,
should keep that for sure.
Bob, Wasteland, and Surgical. Okay.
Yep.
This is a perfect
that's
hand to
pretty
take on
good.
Turbo.
But I see a Vampire Hexmage and a Dark Depths on Andrew's side as well.
And a
so
Needle,
this-
I think.
Ooh, okay.
So that Needle could name Karakas.
Did he
Which
have
is fine
did he
if
have
you
a
have the
land
swords
that
in hand.
tapped for mana?
No, that's probably why it's getting shipped away.
Okay. He is on the draw, but I can see where he's coming from.
Well, you never get the land that you want if you don't have it. No.
Always.
No, never.
always.
I'm a fiend for keeping one lander. It's good with elves because you can do that.
Yeah, because you make like 100 mana turn 2.
Well, you try.
I saw a really interesting game on online on Star City Games, and it was elves versus UB Tezzerator. Have you ever played that matchup
No,
before?
I haven't.
It looked awful. He had that. I think it's Viridian Corruptor, or it's an elf that kills an artifact on ETB.
Rexage.
No, it's not Rexage.
Oh,
It was-
Viridian Shaman? Viridian Summon?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that was the old tech because it only kills artifacts, I think.
It's a bit bizarre because he played at main board, but was very lucky because he got that Chalice.
Yeah.
In game 1 and ended up taking it out, so that was very lucky for him. There's Karakas game plans being... not Karakas, sorry, Chalice of the Void game plans being pretty awful.
And there's Pete's opening. Oh, there we go. That's fine. He has the swords back up.
Yeah, pretty good hand to keep on Andrew's side. Didn't see what he got to scry, but look, Karakas now being an off card.
Ooh.
Does Pete...
Not the most impactful against a lands-based deck.
Yeah, land-space combo, not great. I mean...
Made it pay 1 for a Lotus Petal, and it's going to stop a Hexmage pretty well,
Yeah.
I guess.
This is his hand of 3 Abrupt
No, it
Decays.
doesn't stop Hexmage, it's not creatures.
Yeah, 3 Abrupt Decays and 1 other card. So, let's see what that card is. But that's totally fine. Look, he's gonna keep this and probably just take down that Thalia.
Abrupt Decay it.
No more threat for you, please, sir.
Mm.
Now he can play this Lotus Petal for free. Such good value.
Back where he was a
Yeah.
turn ago. Except without a Thalia, which is pretty good.
Now, what does Pete have in terms of getting rid of that Pithing Needle? Is there a chance for him? There's a lot of removal in white.
Like, I guess you could have a Disenchant or something like that, but I don't think he brought any in. No,
Yeah.
I doubt he would have.
I wonder if he's still left in that Council's Judgment though, so I think that's our only line from here.
Here is a Sylvan Scrying from Andrew.
Yeah.
Getting that Thespian stage.
Yeah. You don't get anything else, I don't think.
That he can activate now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we are online, but
Wait, hang on.
Yep, no, it's on
yeah,
board.
he might be wise enough. He might be wise enough to wait until he can get that right of consumption. Knowing, like, he doesn't know that there's a Swords to Plowshares in hand, but look, you either the type of person who just goes for it immediately, or you're the type of person who waits to get that card. So, I think I like waiting here, but I mean, I know what's in his hand, and also with that Surgical Extraction and Swords to Plowshares, it's just a blowout. Like, he could lose the game if he makes the Marilage right now. The Surgical on the Dark Depths now in the graveyard, and the Marilage in the Exile Zone.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
He does have Surgical in his hand, doesn't he?
He
Yes, he
does.
does.
This would be an absolute blowout if he goes for it.
Oh,
Andrew, I'm so proud.
Ooh.
All right. We're going to take the slow plan. Now, I've seen a lot of Turbo Depths opt to play Blooming Marsh instead of Bayou, only to not get flipped by Submerge. Now, I don't know exactly how many people play Submerge anymore, but it seems like a reasonable opportunity.
It's just Tim Evers, isn't it? In his
Just
UR
Tim.
control, just
Yeah,
Tim
yeah.
Evers in all of Legacy.
The UR control decks being particularly bad at trying to bounce things back to their opponent's hand. Surprisingly, with all those blue spells, you only see any of that stuff out of the board.
Ooh. And one of those Abrupt Cases is going away.
Oh my god. It doesn't seem great at the moment.
No,
I mean,
it's not
good against Pithing Needle. That's all we can
It kills
hope
Bob.
for. Kills Bob. I think you just hold up for Pithing Needle, but
Yeah.
now he just has to rip that right off the top, the right of consumption off the top, and then he's fine and dandy. Alright.
Yeah.
Pete?
I feel like you kill one of these Bobs.
He's opting not to. I think.
He has the
Yeah.
mana.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just the thing
And
is that like
Pete drawing 2 cards is not great.
yeah,
He wants to be able to deal with Pithing Needle or something like that. That'll
yeah.
shut off his combo.
And it gets swordsed immediately.
Uh,
Slam it down before,
Before
you make
the
the
token comes down. Surgical. This is the end.
Yep.
This is a blowout. Oh my god.
There you go.
Maybe he'll name the Abrupt Decay. Probably not. I think it's time to scoop up. Alright. Oh, I guess he's gained
Oh.
20 life just then, so he might just play it out and try and get those Vampire Hexmages coming down.
Did he not surgical?
Yeah, he did. He got rid of the...
Nothing?
did they go back in time to not make that play? Andrew. Peter.
Oh. No, they definitely...
There's-
did it. Oh, he's doing it now. Okay.
Yeah,
okay, sure.
Good. I was going to say...
It would have been very funny if Andrew was like, actually, I'm going to take that back.
I just want to take the one in your graveyard.
Yeah,
I don't care about the others.
Yeah.
Ooh, you passed one. There we
Okay.
go.
All right. So
There's the other. Okay.
you're very hopeful. He has the deluge. He can deluge, throw
Kill
down.
himself. There you go.
Ooh, that's a
The
good
gentleman's
call.
way.
I think it's possible to just look. You've got one line, and that's bring in more creatures than Pete does, and that's
Hope
that's
that
a
his Bobs kill
very
him.
hard. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hope that the Bobs kill him. He is on 34 life, and Pete's on 18. It's
Yeah,
not-
like, that is a reasonable out.
Oh.
We're losing 2.
But just the benefit that he gets of drawing 2 cards
Well,
extra every turn.
And now
is
he's
just-
got a Batterskull probably
Yeah.
heading in from the Stoneforge Mystic. So
Yeah, but you
he's-
can kill the Stoneforge before the Batterskull can come down. We're running out of. We're definitely running out of time. It might be time to just bring up that. Bring up the Abrupt Decay. But look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4,
You can
5,
definitely
6.
hardcast the Batterskull.
Yeah.
So,
Not a good place to be.
no.
If he rips the Pithing Needle, that's where he wants to be, and then he can Abrupt Decay the token and then stay up another thing. This is just a hosing.
What, you Pithing Needle the Batterskull? So
No,
you
no,
can't,
no.
You can't return it to his hand, right?
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Thoughtseize.
I think we just Abrupt Decay from here.
And then just hope he never equips it to anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, you can't equip. It's Pithing Needle.
Ooh, suddenly pretty good.
Deluge,
Deluge card.
Urborg, and Abrupt.
Okay, it's interesting. He possibly was holding up the Abrupt Decay to give him the opportunity to take it, because I think the Deluge is much better in this situation.
Yeah.
But
Definitely think you want to get rid of.
Pete, being the wizard that he is, he knows that he knows that the Deluge is kind of Andrew's only out from
Do
here.
I want the
but-
spot removal or the mass removal?
Yeah,
Hard to say.
Hard to say. Look, I think it's time to just Abrupt Decay the Stoneforge. I don't know what else you can really do except
Yeah, do it before it comes online. Make him be down on mana.
it's either that or the Germ token, but like it's just all so
Gem token
bad.
buys you a turn.
Yeah,
But I guess this buys you a turn as well.
yeah. It's just that whether or not he wants to take that 1 damage, dude. I think the important thing for Andrew
I guess you get an extra
is
turn
to-
if you replicate the gem token.
Yeah, but it's definitely important to have Pete be tapped out. Like that's
Yeah,
something
for
that
sure.
Andrew wants to do. Like if you have to hard cast a Batterskull instead of cheating him in with Stoneforge Mystic, then hey, that's three less mana than you get to have.
But you definitely want to not have a Batterskull down because you want to, like, your only out, I guess, is your first strikers, your Vampire Hexmages.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But even then, you don't really want to get rid of Bob because it's doing more damage than you are at this
Yeah,
point.
you just keep Bob. You keep Bob as long as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Pete being a bit of a tricky boy, getting thinning out his deck with these lands. I would almost want to draw a land every
exactly.
turn.
I don't
If
know
I could
you'd
draw a
wanna do
land for
that.
the rest of the game, then that would be pretty good. So, but we'll see if it pays off. He
You'll
might
be
just
revealing those lands.
Yeah.
Ooh.
1,
Oh,
0.
well, it's one. And the Wasteland.
Wasteland.
Not that it's doing much now, except keeping you off mana.
Yeah. Look, we have a bunch of mana. We have 5 power on board, possibly more with the Wasteland about to come down.
Yeah, Pete definitely firmly has this in hand, I think. I don't know if there's many ways out for Andrew here, unless Pete mills himself.
Yeah. Oh, we are actually... Oh, that's...
It's a hard-casted Batterskull.
Alright, he's just opting to just do it anyway. Okay.
Yep.
Look,
Why not?
more power to you, man. We, I had a game with Pete
And he abrupt cares the germ.
round 3, I think. Oh, yeah, abrupt cares
His
is...
swords.
Swords the germ!
Oh, gainful.
Oh, you
Yes.
rude boy. So
That's pretty
rude.
good. You need that life.
Alright, well... See an Urborg come down. I mean, you have to play the abrupt decay, but, like... Swordsing is just such BMs. Come on, Pete. Have some respect.
He made the correct play, and we should congratulate him for that.
Yeah. Obviously. No, that is definitely the correct play. He has to now bounce it back to his
he's
hand.
got first striker,
Andrew's got a clock now.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah, he's definitely going to take on those Batterskull
Yeah.
attacks once.
Well, it does
At least
stop,
he's not attacking.
It does stop both Bobs and Stoneforge attacking because, of course, the Hexmage does have first strike.
Except now you can just equip the Batterskull to a Bob. Probably.
Yeah.
That's probably what he's
Pete
gonna
might be
do.
more inclined to let go of a Bob at this stage, or at least equip it.
I think you definitely equip it. You have the lifelink. I think that'll more than make up for the amount that you lose. From
Yeah, especially because Batterskull is off field now. All right,
There we go.
seeing the line. Pete being very, very good. You see the Death and Taxes come out right now because he's sequencing his cards very well. He's making sure that he does everything so he accumulates the most value he possibly can. Like, this is very, very Death and Taxes rewarding for him.
Yeah, and Pete, I think not really caring if he gets rid of his other Bob at this point.
Yeah, sure. Like,
Why not? Whatever.
well, he's already so far ahead. I mean, we see 25 to 16, but still, like, you're going to gain 4 life every turn. You have Vigilance. Oh, sorry, 5 life because of the 6 life.
6 life.
6
even.
life. There
Yeah.
we go. Not just a germ.
Yeah, I don't think Pete's going to flip anything over that's going to kill him at this point.
The only thing that I have a problem with at the moment is the flavor fail between having a Dark Confidant equipped to...
Yeah, you definitely should have equipped it to the Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, exactly. She's much more likely to ride the Batterskull to victory than Bob
Exactly.
just kind of thinking about what he's going to do next and
Yeah,
maybe
Bob
getting
just
that
wants
extra
to
information.
chill and draw cards. Like, well,
Come
not
on.
draw cards,
Come
just
on,
put
Pete.
them in your hand.
Now, land. Pete is sort of maybe just considering his plays, but
Which land to play?
I think from here, you even swing hard. You might even just get in with the Stoneforge as well. Like, what's it? It's a 1/2. It's probably just not worth it at all, considering the Vampire Hexmage has first strike. But I mean, you leave it up as a
Swung
blocker.
in with the Bob, so I don't know what he's thinking about now.
He's just thinking about life.
Just chilling.
All right. I think it's possibly considering whether or not to scoop it up.
Yeah, just like concede in the face of this first striker.
Pete's giving him the absolute reaming right now, and with his words, he's just saying, "Look, how can you win? Just concede to me. Just
Yeah.
concede." Andrew's saying, "How dare you?" And that's the end of that conversation. So
That's how we imagine it went.
yeah.
Well, that's how it definitely went. You guys won't know, so that's how it
Yeah.
went.
We'll say that's how it went. Andrew, he's a very resilient player. He'll play to the end because you never know when it could surprise you. You know, Pete might make a weird line, or like Andrew could rip something crucial off the top.
You might be able to fling something at him.
Oh my god! Swing and fling, Andrew. Swing and fling.
What is there to think about in this situation right now?
I have no idea. Oh, he's deciding who to block.
Okay, sure.
Whether you get one extra block out of the Hexmage.
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean,
he's-
he's not attacking anytime soon. That's something that we can be sure of with the vigilance 4/4 of 6/5 on field. There's not a whole lot reason to.
He's probably weighing up whether to let it die. Like, you probably just block the 6/6 and then sacrifice the Hexmage, right? And then he doesn't gain life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Like that's
it
probably your
sucks.
only thing.
Yeah, I mean now they're on 22 each, so could possibly be quite relevant. Very annoyed at you guys that we're so far deep in this game and you're still above your starting life total. But that's
Well, there's no
okay.
2020 to close out the game quickly now.
Yeah. Oh my god, such rough beats.
So he just has to like swing out with his Batterskull.
Yeah. It's I'm not sure what Andrew thinks is going to happen from here, but
It's gonna crop rotation into a
Manland,
Yeah.
Dryad Arbor.
Mazabith or I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
I mean, Amazivith would be alright.
I don't think he plays one in this list.
Alright, taking 2. Drawing a card. Is that did I just see another Bob?
No, that was
No,
a
I think
Thoughtseize
it's
and a
Thoughtseize,
Swamp.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure. So just taking 1 in that case.
That's a Tide Hollow Scholar. I
Yeah,
think,
Tide Hollow Scholar coming in.
Why not?
What have you got? You still got that Urborg? Oh, good.
And crop
I'll,
rotation.
I'll take a new
I'll take
card.
that.
Alright. I don't know why you just don't play the crop rotation. Like, in response, like, you're not doing anything else.
There's nothing to get with it at this point.
Alright.
Sacrifice your forest to get another forest.
Here we go. Coming in again. Here's Toxic Deluge. And that's probably his only out, right? He's just, like, considering...
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
You can play that. You can play it, pay 6 life
Yeah,
or whatever.
okay, there we go.
When we see the handshake.
Yep.
I think it's definitely worth mentioning that with the Deluge down, still not a whole lot you can do. The power of this Dead Guy Ale is that
No.
you play in a creature every single turn. You know, you definitely build up your board quicker than Andrew can try and find those Hex Mages and Elvish Spirit
And with
Guides.
Pete drawing so many cards every turn, like
Oh my
you just
God.
have redundant cards to play.
Yeah, absolutely. And good on them for playing it out, but I think that match was... As soon as the Surgical came out, I
Yeah.
think that match was done.
And good on Pete for that. It was a very good play.
Yeah, for sure. Just even pushing through the Karakas, like it's weird when you're playing a combo deck and you see one piece of hate come through and you're like, all right, I can
Yeah.
play around this, you know.
Oh,
But
needled
like,
that. I'm safe.
yeah, exactly. But sometimes they have 2 pieces of hate,
Yep.
and sometimes
Oh,
they have
three.
3. Yeah, this does not seem like a great matchup, if I'm completely honest.
Well,
Anything with Swords to
yeah.
Plowshares is probably not a great matchup.
Yeah, true. We just hope that they don't have it.
Yeah, that's it. All right, thank you so much, guys, for staying and listening. Always stay tuned for more videos. We're going to be releasing them more regularly, but one at a time. So put those notifications on. Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Cheers, guys.